Hi, families. I hope you are well and safe. I wanted to share with you some tips on choosing read aloud books for your toddlers, also some story time tips and some favorite books. I will share the websites with you in the Remind Me link, but if you can see up here, booknerdmommy.com is where I am pulling it from. So, the first thing I want to share with you are 6 tips for choosing books to read to your toddlers. And again, toddler ages are 1 to 3 year olds. So, toddlers at this age, they have big emotions and big imaginations. They are curious about the world. So, using books is really important to get them engaged in the world around them. Some tips would be choosing topics that they love and that are interested in, and using vocab to expand on their knowledge within the world. So, for example, if they're really into princesses, let's say, then choose a book that has princesses in it and then use the vocab from the book to start talking to them about princesses in their daily life. Next thing they talk about are board books. Board books are those hard book covers. They're actually cardboard books that are very durable. So this allows the toddler to hold the book for you, maybe change the pages, get them to be interactive with the board book. Interactive books also are a great way to encourage the toddler to sit down for story time. These are books that maybe have flaps to pull, things to look at, things books that have mirrors in it, so anything that allows them to stay engaged in the book. Also, if it's never too early to get them thinking about numbers, alphabets, letters, colors, so finding books that are geared towards learning, so geared towards preschool learning or even kindergarten school age learning. Nursery rhyme books are great. They'll help children with their literacy skills and reading preparation. You can also find nursery rhymes in YouTube if you Google nursery rhymes, say Mother Goose nursery rhyme, or even like Google Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. I know that the children love listening to the YouTube songs in school, so you can also find the song list there. We are happy to share that with you. Books that you won't mind me reading over and over. So you might be bored of the story time book that your child chooses, but repetition is really important. So reading the same book over and over is great. Now here we will share the specific book suggestions. So these are the favorite books that Book Nerd Mommy had. And again, you might not be going to the library, but there are so many online resources through the library website, ccpl.org. So if you have any questions about accessing that, please get in touch with us. We will help you. You all should have your library membership. Very Hungry Caterpillar, Big Hungry Bear, Red Wagon, Jamberry, Deep in the Forest, Very Busy Spider, Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Things You Can Think, One Lonely Fish, Mr. Brown Can Moo, Little Blue Truck, See How I Sleep. So these are just a couple of books that are recommended for your toddlers ages 1 through 3. So if you want to search these titles in the CCPL website, the Charleston County website, or the Berkeley County website, which you also have should have a free membership with, these are great books that are recommended by educators. They're also, you could probably find them as read alouds online as well through Google. This is some story time tips for wiggly toddlers. We know that it's hard to get your toddler to sit down and listen to a book. Even if you get 1 page accomplished a day, that is totally fine to do. You just would build off on that. Maybe the next day try for 2 pages. But these are some tips. Finding interactive books. Again, these are the ones that are lifting, they can blow, shaking, maybe you feel something. Making sure that your books are age appropriate so that the texts are simple, maybe bright illustrations, maybe not many words, picture books. So just making sure that the books are not too challenging for your child or too easy for your child. choosing time for story time. So picking a time that works for you and your family and trying to make that consistent. So obviously things come up, schedules change, but maybe it's a time right before lunch or right after dinner. Maybe it's the bedtime. We know bedtime can be crazy, but there's always time that you can find throughout the day to find it for story time with your kid. Exciting books followed by calming books. So maybe you choose an interactive book where you are lifting the pages with your child, or they are you're asking them more questions throughout the book. It's a picture book and you're creating your own story. Then follow it by a soothing story. Maybe one that's less words, or one that the repetition book, Goodnight Moon. So an interactive one followed by a soothing book is a great way to schedule that time. Ask questions through the book, point and discuss. So anything you can do, pointing to the illustrations. What color is that? What's this person's name? Talking to your child about the book. Even if they're not at the stage to answer you, you can answer the question. So asking the child, what color is this? And letting them look at it. You point to it, maybe have them point to it if they can't answer it. This is red. She's wearing a red dress. That would be something that you can do while you're reading the story. Let them pick the books. When you're at the library or even online on your computer, maybe give them a choice of 2 books. Do you want to read The Hungry Caterpillar today, or do you want to read See Spot Run today? Point to the 2 books and let them choose. They would be more interested in that, giving them a little bit of control. Let them hold on to something. So this is an example of why you have the board books. So the cardboard books are very durable, so they can hold on to them, drop them, pick them up. If not a book that they want to hold, maybe you give them their favorite stuffed animal to hold, or even a sock to hold, they say. Anything that they can keep them from fidgeting all around would be helpful. And it's saying that don't stress it. So again, story time, you don't want it to be stressful. If they're wiggling, if they're getting up and not engaged or paying attention, that's okay. Maybe you just try to read the title. Maybe you try to read just 1 page. Maybe you just pick up the book and talk to them about what you see on the front cover. That is okay. Seeing the book and sitting down with them is considered story time. So then you just build on that as they get older. So I will share with you these websites through the app. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to us. Also, use your CCPL, your Charleston County Public Library website. Use your Berkeley County resources. They are free and available to you, so there are tons of ways to find books and get your children and yourself reading during this time. We will talk to you soon.